Hi everyone, today we will be planting some seeds in some worm castings, as you can see in the bag, and that will be mixed with vermiculite at a 50-50% ratio. Make sure that the worm castings you use are not too wet or too dry. This may make it difficult to work with or mix, and the bacteria and the microorganisms in the worm castings might be dead. Mix it in nicely until you are happy with the consistency of the medium. If you think you need to add some more vermiculite or worm castings, in this case some worm castings is more needed, then do so until you're happy with the medium. Nextly, we will be filling up the planting trays with our grow medium, and make sure not to compact the grow medium too much where you will be planting your seeds. This will hinder the root development of the seeds. When I'm pressing my thumbs on the planting trays in the medium, I'm only compacting it a little bit. That's just to ensure that we don't sit with air pockets at the end of the day, leaving our seeds dry. Today I'll be planting some asparagus, kale, and lastly some green beans. Over here we will be poking some holes into the grow medium, just to ensure that the seeds are not planted too shallow. You also want to make sure that you don't make the holes too deep for the seeds to go and lie at the bottom of the medium. That would hinder the ability for germination, and when you plant them too shallow, that would also be a problem. At the end of the day, the seeds end up on the top of the grow medium and the germination will be bad as well. But normally at the back of the packet it gives you an indication of how deep to plant the seeds, so just follow those instructions and you'll be set to go. Firstly, we will be planting the green beans. As you'll see, it is a much bigger seed, so when making the holes, just ensure that the hole is deep enough so that you don't plant the seed too shallow, as it will dry out. Next, I'm going to plant the kale. As you can see, it is a tiny seed. I'm going to put in 2 seeds per hole just to make sure I do get germination. For instance, if one doesn't germinate, at least there's a 50-50 chance for another one to germinate, so let's see what happens. Lastly, I will be planting the asparagus. At the back of the packet it says it needs to be planted at least 1 centimeter deep, and it takes about 2 weeks to germinate. Yeah, so let's see. What is this brown stuff in the jug, you ask? I have a worm farm at the back of my yard, and I collect some worm tea with this. This is very beneficial for root development, as the bacteria go and sit on the roots and help improve soil structure and nutrient cycling. I'll be placing the seedlings into this container crate that has a lid as well, and I'm going to close just to ensure that the temperatures don't spike up or down, and this helps with a nice controlled humid area for the seeds to grow in. Thanks for watching everyone. Please follow along if you want to see part 2, as I will show you guys how our seeds have germinated.